Hey, what's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Jason Yamamoto. It's Friday, everybody. You know what time it is, right? I don't know what time it is. Fuck, I think it's like 6 o'clock. But anyways, yeah, man, that doll back there, it's not the Dora the Explorer doll. It's my wife's Chinese doll, and it's hers. It's not mine. And right next to it, you see the blonde or yellow kind of doll looking right next to it. It's a Naruto doll, and that one's mine. All right. But anyways, I want to talk to you guys about a certain subject. And you know how I am, you know, being open and direct and trying to teach you guys some life lessons. All right. Believe it or not, no matter what my appearance may look like, whether if I look cool or if I look like a douchebag or whatever, however you want to judge me, I used to get bullied. Believe it or not, man, I used to get bullied, man. I wasn't the coolest kid on the block at one point, but yeah, man, I used to get my ass whipped by this one kid all the time, man. I'm not gonna say his name, but it was damn. I met him when I was in 6th grade in elementary school, and how it started was I stole his little binder, right? I stole his binder. It's fucked up, but I did it, and I ended up giving it back to him, but he never forgave me. So from that day on, he picked on me like a motherfucker, all the way up to 10th grade. For 4 years, I've been abused, been punked, and fucking just been pushed around, right? But you know what's even more fucked up? His friends was in the same circle as my friends. So I couldn't really, you know, avoid this motherfucker. And the thing was, my friends, they knew he was picking on me. They knew he was bullying me. And the thing was, they didn't really want to back me up, or they didn't want to back him up. But they always try to encourage me to stand up and fight this motherfucker, right? They just wanted me to fight him. I thought at first, you know, I mean, I was a little bitch at first about it. I mean, I'll fight anybody but this guy because he was 3 times my size. I mean, I think at the age of 15, I was at least 100 pounds. And this guy was literally like 160, 170 pounds. That's 70 pounds of extra weight that's gonna whip my ass, right? So yeah, you know, you could say I was afraid of this motherfucker, man. And also I had this guilt inside of me that allowed him to fucking pick on me. You know, I stole from this dude, and I felt really bad. So for 4 years, I guess you could say I paid it back. So one day I was at the park. I didn't know I was gonna get set up too. You know, this is what karma means. If you do something bad and you don't pay for it, right then and right there, this is what karma is. So 4 years later, I got set up by my homies, right? Remember, like, we're in the same group of friends, right? We got the same circle. So they set me up. They took me to the park, and guess what? Homie was there. My bully was at the park too. And then out of nowhere, they formed a circle, man. They formed a circle. They wanted me and him to fight. And ever since that day, my balls dropped. I mean, I'm serious, man. If anything, that day I became a man. I didn't want to be a man, but at that point, I mean, not at that age, but it happened, man. I had to face my fears. So the dude started beating me up. He started, you know, throwing a few punches to the face, you know, just like bam, 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 just fucking me up, man. And then a miracle happened. This motherfucker grabbed me by my shirt. He grabbed me by my shirt. Of course, I panicked. So I tried to take off my shirt, right? I tried to take off my shirt and ended up wrapping around the dude's thumb and broke his thumb right then and right there. While he was in pain, it gave me a few more chances. It gave me a good, clear window to fucking whoop on this motherfucker. So I just throw punches right at him. I was skinny too, but I had some hard-ass bones. So I just did the best I could, right? And then, ever since that day, well, actually, I'm gonna just continue with the story. So the fight stopped. The dude went back to his corner, and I went to my homie's car. And I was driving home, I was crying like a little bitch. I was crying like a little bitch, yelling at my homies, why would you do this, blah, blah, blah. And then like a week goes by, I didn't talk to nobody. I was kind of butthurt still. And then it kicked it right in the head. Like, it kicked me right in the head that I appreciated for what they had done. Because when I looked at the dude's face, he came up to me and said, man, you broke my thumb. He was giving me high fives, all kinds of shit. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm not even scared of this dude no more. So, the moral of the story is, karma's a bitch. Don't fucking do anything to anybody unless you willing to pay for it. Now, since I didn't pay for it, karma had it coming for me years later. So yeah, you can say, man, karma's a bitch, and it will come around. What goes around will come around. So, with that being said, face your fears. And if you do get stuck in a predicament like that, try your best. Alright, just try your best. The worst thing that could happen is you live to fight another day. It's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and I'll talk to you guys later.